So I just watched Nosferatu, a reimagining of the classic silent horror movie from 1922 that I've never seen. Shocker. Now, if you're familiar with Robert Eggers' work and enjoy his style of filmmaking, I think you'll really enjoy this. In fact, I'll even say this movie is better paced than all of his previous films, but maintains that directorial style and attention to atmosphere and tone that he is known for. Let's start with the cinematography. I mean, wow. This is a stunning movie. The lighting is just on another level. This isn't your typical horror flick where everything's drenched in shadows for the sake of it. No, this is a deliberate, beautifully crafted atmosphere that takes you into Count Orlok's castle and the streets of 18th century Germany. Every shot is framed and lingers long enough to admire the artistry in the set design and lighting. You genuinely feel like you've been transported to a time where fog, snow, and moonlight are the times of day, and it feels completely natural to the story. Eggers uses low light not just to hide the horrors, but to make you lean in and get closer to the screen, almost like you're trying to uncover an ancient secret. I saw several people in the theater lean forward to try and get a glimpse of Nosferatu in the shadows. And Eggers pairs the visuals with such immersive sound and chilling music that should be a star in its own right. Every sound is crafted to give you that constant sense of unease. It's never overbearing, but always there, like the lurking presence of Nosferatu. Okay. Bill Skarsgård's voice as Nosferatu is next level. Everyone thought Pennywise was great. Wait until you see him in this. The growls, the breathing, or wheezing I should say. It's just so unsettling and masterful voice work from Skarsgård. My man is cooking in this. So how does he look? This is something that's deliberately kept out of the marketing. Nosferatu looks good in the shadows, I think. The character benefits more from the unknown, but the makeup and practical effects are well done, combining classic horror with a modern twist. It's just not my Nosferatu. Hashtag not my Feratu. But I wouldn't know what's accurate since my only impression of Nosferatu until now was this SpongeBob episode. Admittedly, he does look better than that. The elongated features, the bone-thin limbs, the rigid but almost animalistic movements, it's all pretty creepy. This movie is stacked with so many big hitters like Defoe, Johnson, Holt, and everyone else. I have to give it to Lily Rose Depp for holding her own. She gives an unexpectedly emotional and haunting performance that shows her reign. That being said, personally, when Defoe comes into the story, he just adds that level of levity that's absent until that point. The atmosphere, the vibe of Nosferatu is immaculate. The film feels like it's pulled straight from a dark fairy tale. The low light, the snowy landscapes, the haunting soundscape, it all comes together to create a sense of isolation and impending doom. An ancient, bloodthirsty creature that will stop at nothing to get what it wants. The fog, the snow, the near constant overcast skies, they all contribute to a sense of dread that never quite lets up. And that's part of what makes this movie so effective. It's not just the jump scares, which maybe there was one too many of those, or the gore. It's about the atmosphere. The movie drags you into the world and makes you feel it every step of the way. If I had to nitpick here on the things that I didn't like about the movie, it would be the first 30 minutes are pretty slow. The design in lit rooms of Nosferatu is, like I said, not my Feratu. And there are a few things that were not explained fully without getting into spoilers that might have been more obvious to fans of the source material. I'm gonna sound like a shill, but this is almost flawless for me. When you put all this together, the cinematography, the sound design, the creature, the performances, you get a movie that's visually stunning, emotionally gripping, and above all, haunting, which is what you're looking for in a Nosferatu movie. This isn't your typical monster movie, it's a dark fairy tale, one that doesn't offer a cliche ending. It's gloomy, but undeniably beautiful to look at. It's a journey into a world of fear, isolation, and something ancient and monstrous that lurks out of view. So if you're looking for a movie that offers not just terror, but more art house terror, also an unforgettable cinematic experience, Nosferatu might be exactly what you need. It's a great time at the theater. Does this now qualify as a Christmas movie? Since it was released on Christmas Day, that's even a stretch for me, and that's saying something.